Okay. So thank you for joining. Okay, we are going to have together around 1 hour, and in the end, you can ask questions if you have any. Of course, you can unmute yourself if something comes in your mind, or just write it in chat, and I will answer in the end. Okay, so we are going to talk about. This idea from tailor to designer because I saw it around our Romanian friends community because we are very good in technical part, but we don't know exactly how to promote ourselves. So this means we have a strategy there. Yeah, it's not like, okay, I know to sew, I know to draw, I don't know what, but what I'm doing later with all these skills. Yeah, so it's an issue. I found it also in university. Many art universities, not only in our country, around the world, they put accent on drawing, creativity, technical skills. We create collections, and then yeah, after that it's a little bit difficult to promote ourselves. So that's why I try to bring this idea in through a webinar. Of course, I will share from my experience, and I hope everything you have here to inspire you and to take just a little bit, at least one idea from this, and to apply in your brand, in your business. Okay. So we talk about identity and personal brand, and what does it mean? Yeah, it's not enough to have skills, to be skillful, but to know who you are and what you deliver further in order to reach the full potential of your brand, of your business, especially. Yeah, we are going to talk now. Okay, so about the session, it's around 1 hour. um, Maybe less, we'll see, depending on your questions. Um, you can write your questions in the chat, and I'll answer at the end. I recommend you to take notes, as I wrote on the group. Don't just listen, just write it down what ideas you have. You'll take. We are going to have some short exercises. I hope it will be helpful for you. So this, of course, is not a full training. We can talk individual later. In the end, I'll share a link if you want to talk together about your direction. Where are you now? Where you want to go? About your challenges and so on. And I would like you to think on this session as a map. Yeah, if you have the map, you know where to go. Yeah, right, Jody. We have the map. It's easy to reach any destination, no matter where we start. Yeah, even if we're in our home country or other countries. Yeah, think like that. Clarity doesn't come from more information. Yeah, you gain info. Yeah, it comes from understanding where we are and where we are going, because it's very important to be to know on which position you are now in present, and if you dream further to reach your potential, to go exactly where you want to reach. um who is this webinar for? Yeah, it's for you, for us, those that have skills but lack direction. We work hard, but sometimes we feel invisible. If you create, but people don't clearly see you as a designer. Yeah. So this is a main idea, because I have friends, they tell me many times that, okay, I know that, I know everything, but people come to me for a touche, for making a dress after picture. Okay. So it's important if you dream being a known designer or to be perceived like one, it's important to have this strategy. It's not like nature gives us, but it depends on us what we do next with our skills. Okay. And this webinar is not for people avoiding honest self-reflection, those who are looking for shortcuts or tricks, those who only want validation. Yeah, I also met this kind of people. Yeah, just they want that the other know them as experts and to validate they are like that. Yeah. Um, okay. The truth about our customers is very important here because with this we can have even more clarity. Again, I met people, even me. Yeah, I was thinking in the beginning when I start tailoring, yeah, I do everything for everybody because I have all the skills I need to develop. But it's not a good strategy. Yeah, it's not the idea that helps us growing as a brand. Yeah, we need to have a niche there. We need to understand our customers. So all the time we need to think like our customers don't buy only clothes. It's like promoting an image. You start marketing for your clothing collection, and of course social media, we connect with image. Yeah, I connect with your brand. Jody, I see you, that's why it's easy for me to talk to you. Okay, so it's very important to understand that they don't buy the product, but they buy the brand. Yeah, I wrote here, don't buy the fabric, they buy the story, the values, and how make them feel. Yeah, it's very important. This how your socks make me feel when I'm wearing it. Yeah, because you just communicate. Yeah, the value. It's not like saying I use that kind of thread and that color, I don't know. Yeah, you share a story there. Okay, so it's important to become memorable. Yeah, you have one product, you know very well what you're doing and what you're selling. You need to start promoting it, and in this way, with a great value and story that comes from yourself, and it's like becoming memorable without shouting. We are going to have some examples of designers because it's obvious. We don't need a label to understand is that designer or another one. Yeah. Okay. Here, if you want to write very quickly, few seconds, yeah. A chat exercise. How are you perceived right now? How do you think you people see you? Like designer, tailor, or you're not sure? You can have a few moments to write on chat. Okay, I'm trying to check to see. Taylor. Okay, okay, Jody, thank you. Let's see, Christina, Rodica, if you want to answer. Dorothea, yes. Yeah, everybody's in or think about themselves. Yeah, I'm a designer, a little bit of both. Yes. Okay, not sure. Taylor, thank you. Great, great, thank you. Let's see, what does it mean and how we can have more clarity, yeah, for for this. You can see my screen, right? Okay, just a moment. Okay, because I cannot see you now. Okay, my mission with this webinar and in general, why I'm here and why I'm doing this, because it's a passion. And my idea is, when you have knowledge, it's important to share with everybody interested in your direction. Yes, those who really want to gain more skills, more strategy, more critical reflection, maybe. Um, I never keep something only for myself, like is my secret. I don't share it. Every time I will share, every time when you have questions, you may ask me in private, and you may call me. I will answer you. Yeah, because this is me. I love sharing, but it's important to take it. It's important for me, of course. Once you have a question, just take it and apply it. Yeah, it's fulfilling when you see results coming from those you helped. And this webinar, I mentioned before, I created for people who know how to create but feel unseen. They do a lot, but communicate little and unclear. And my mission is to guide you from I know how to do to I know who I am as a designer with intention and strategy. Yeah, think on this strategy like not a rule, but something that gives you direction. Yeah, you need to have experience. You need to have a mentor that went through all these steps, has a strategy that can mentor you, can guide you. Yeah, I'm thinking on army here, like the general with the soldiers. Yeah, they have a strategy, and that comes from the general, and the soldiers go apply, and they go further. Um, Talent without direction creates frustration, and clarity is that one that creates movement. Yeah, when everything is clear, you cannot stay, yeah, in that place. You know where to move. Yeah, and it's very important that you know what you create. You know who's going to be your customer. You know what to offer to him. You know many ways of developing your brand. Yeah, so the clarity, just written exercise. We are going to have immediately some. About me very quickly, most of you maybe know. I'm a fashion designer and educator. I founded TR Fashion Academy. I create sustainable collections. I don't do many pieces, just small series, pre-orders. And I have more than 15 years this intersection of creation, education, and business. Also international collaborations. One of my values is to travel around the world, to connect with cultures with the different backgrounds, and that's why I get in touch with Shingo Sato, then Julian Roberts, Elena Arileva, Irina Sichova, Tamotsu Kondo, and I just absorb from everybody, and then I'm trying to deliver further. This was one of Shingo Sato's ideas. Yeah, just take it and deliver. Yeah, with the beginner level and then intermediate and so on. I like to say I build systems, not just collections. When I create my collections, why system? Because it's like you need to think like a machine. You start from zero, right? You take the concept, you develop it, you design it, draw, color, search for fabric, and then you start the technical part, prototyping. Yeah, it has all these. It's like machine, starting the machine. Yeah, it's a system, but we don't stop at the collection. Yeah, we need to know how to develop further, how to deliver it. Yeah, it's not enough to stop on a fashion collection, because this is what happens, as I mentioned before. most of the time in standard school, and after we graduate we don't know what to do next. So this system, as I thinking on it, is to take the product what you have in your hands and to develop. This is the most important, one of the most important parts, of course, because you need to have a good product and then to deliver it. Okay. So today we are going to clarify about personal branding. Yeah. What does it really mean for designers? Why skills alone keep you stuck? Yeah. You are going to understand better this part, how perception is formed, the most common mistakes, how some people think. We have also some applicable steps to define your designer identity. Some real stories of transformation with my students in TR Fashion Academy. We have Ella Cernescu, from confusion to avant-garde designer with strong identity. She goes a lot on this avant-gardism way. It comes from herself, from her own values. Yeah, you can follow them on social media and you see what they are creating. Alina Geucă, she did like a reconversion, starting from another environment, not from fashion or tailoring. She started from zero visibility to runway shows and collaborations with stylists, and she has her own customers now. Reiko, the same. She started from basics to her own collections and pre-order sales. All of them participated already to some fashion shows in Romania, and we had also exhibitions. Now we are thinking also to grow international, but step by step. Liliana and Adriana, they are two sisters, and they had some little small skills, let's say, from their mom, but they wanted to connect with us for a more innovative direction. And they are having now a working studio, and they create more event dresses, as you may see here, deep on corset. The core truth, yeah, you don't become a designer when you know to create. Yeah, what happens here? Most of us go to school, we have some skills. Everybody does that. Yeah, but how we differentiate our work? Yeah, imagine we have 40 students in 1 year for master program. Yeah, but how many of them can go further if they don't know who they are as designers? Yeah, maybe 10%, maybe. Okay. So it's important because I will mention later, yeah, we can easily be compared. Everybody knows how to create a skirt, yeah, or have tailoring skills, or this kind of technical, yeah, we're drawing. There are plenty designers that know how to draw. They are very creative, but the next step is important, and how you think on differentiation, yeah, how you are different than others. So you become a designer when others perceive you as one. Yeah. The real steps is clarity. We already talked about it. The story. How comes this story? Starts from your values. What do you like to do? Yeah, it's nothing abstract, or I don't know. Yeah, it's within you. Perception, because your values you applied through skills, you apply on fabric, on, I don't know, I talked a few days ago with interior designers. Yeah, not only this strategy is not applicable only on fashion, it's on everything. Yeah. And you need to know what to deliver. You cannot, as a fashion designer, you cannot do everything for everybody, because if you do that and you start posting, you start promoting like that, yeah, you don't share any emotion there. Yeah, it's just standard tailoring. Okay, so that's why people perceive us like one, and how we position. Yeah, the positioning. Um, where are we in this huge market? And this goes very well when you know exactly who's your target market, yeah, and your niche. Okay, fashion is not only what you make, yeah, it's about people remember about us, yeah. I have remembered about one situation when I was younger. One of my ideas was to be recognized on the street after my design. So um, I had this experience to hear from a teacher. I saw your dress on a friend or something like that. So I said, okay, I it was a nice experience for me, because I just imagined, I dreamt of that experience. So it became true. Why? Because it was a little bit different. I was good in technical. This is how I started, yeah. And I tried to bring some innovation in technique, yeah. And I approached this sustainable zero waste folding area parts with origami and so on, taken, of course, from some of my mentors, as I mentioned before. And the book of Julian, I can share with you. Just message me in private after the meeting. I can share with you to understand a little bit the approach. So you go out of standard. Yeah, you come with creativity, but you talk, you communicate about that. Yeah, why so interesting? Why do you apply it? Yeah, we'll see immediately, and we are going to understand about this. Okay. Yeah, as I mentioned, I started with strong technical construction, origami techniques. I liked how to play the paper and then to apply on fabric to see what happens. And also, I'm deep in this innovative transformation. Um, I try to go through sustainable, through zero waste, through pleats. Yeah, you may see in my next future collections also this approach. Yeah, I started from my values, what I liked. So it wasn't difficult for me to choose my path, because I had this maybe, let's say, opportunity to meet the right persons. Okay, to go deep on technical area. So I just find it as a good differentiator also in this world of designers, because let's say not too many designers know how to do it technical when they design an idea. So my advice for everybody is to spend time with the technical part, to experiment, to pleat the paper, the fabric, throw it on a dress form, and try to innovate shapes. Yeah. Nowadays, you will see that there are designers who put accent on this innovation through a fine line, style line, cutting line layers, something innovative there. Okay. Um, yeah, what limited me wasn't skill. Yeah, it was lack of clarity. this requires time, yeah, because we start, and of course, to develop some technical skills requires time. Everybody knows that. So after that, yeah, after one, two, three collections, I started understanding what should I focus more on. So my example, I'm sharing this only to understand and to take it to apply for yourself. Yeah, so take everything like these examples and write it down in your case, because it's very important to understand first your starting point and where you go, where you want to go through these examples. So it's very important um, not to say I make clothes. Everybody makes that. I say origami inspired design, clean lines, discipline may be there, sustainability and zero waste, natural materials, concept before product. Yeah. So we start all the time from a concept. This gives you a little, a lot of creativity. Yeah. And of course, it's your direction where you want to go. And this, again, you communicate and people see you in the same direction this season, next season, and so on. So the perception about this is that you have clarity and you know what you're doing and for who. I continue with this. So about clarity, I don't just take this example and apply to yourself. I don't create pretty clothes. Yeah, just I work with origami. I took this jacket to see construction, sustainability as a design language. Yeah, sustainability in my case, I apply, my idea goes more on zero waste. Yeah, I'm trying to make pleats. Of course, this kind of technique is not quite zero waste, but there are patchwork ideas. Yeah, I don't throw the pieces. I can create, I can develop the same piece of cloth or another one in one collection. Yeah, so I'm trying not to ruin too much fabric. Okay, and of course another technique I mentioned before, the with a book. Yeah, subtraction cutting. So that subtraction cutting, the idea goes also from folding. Yeah, we fold the fabric and we play with um, all the, I mean, the full piece of fabric. Okay. My work is about concept, structure, responsibility, not only trends. Of course, I just check trends to be sure the market has or requires, yeah, some lines, silhouette. Yeah, it's okay to go on avant-garde, but depending on who you are, yeah, how you want to go. Yeah, just don't take at all the trends. It's an approach. Yeah, I go a little bit on this direction to analyze and then to apply. I take what represents my direction. As a story, yeah, origami is not just decoration. I took it like that, but I need this skill. Yeah, I need to translate into something, into a meaning, let's say. Yeah, what does it represent for me? Discipline. Yeah, very sharp lines, but comes from inside. Respect for material and thoughtful design. Each piece carries meaning, yeah, not just form, yeah, as I mentioned. In terms of perception, yeah, I choose what to show and how I speak about my work. I want to be seen as a conceptual designer, not just a technical expert. Yeah, here as a technical expert, yeah, I know, because even now I heard some people that, oh, I understood that you are going only on origami. It's a good idea because people know about me. That means I communicate very well my direction, but with all this system and strategy in the academy, we take it from zero. It's not only like we develop some origami techniques and that's it. Okay. Positioning, this is very important for every designer. Yeah, we are not creating for everybody. Yeah, it's very important to understand that. I position my work at the intersection of conceptual design, advanced construction, and of course, sustainable fashion. So take this example and try to apply to your brand. Here are some ideas. I chose 3 designers. Yeah, they didn't sell clothes. Everybody knows about them. They sold clear ideas. Yeah, Rei Kawakubo, from Comme des Garçons. Yeah, they don't need label to understand, yeah, about the brand. Yeah, they think on fashion as a manifesto, especially Rei Kawakubo. For her, concept dictates form, intellectual, asymmetric, challenging. So you can take these ideas and see how you can apply in your case. Issey Miyake, technique serves philosophy. Here also, please, I have his book. If you want it, just message me in private and I can share with you. Please, what we see, yeah, a movement, harmony between body and fabric. Technique is like an instrument, is not a goal. Stella McCartney, yeah, she values. You can see all her values in every product, yeah, because they come from herself, from inside. It's ethical, feminine, strong, responsible. I chose some pictures here. Yeah, what we see to Rei Kawakubo. Yeah. Concept dictates form. This example and many others, of course, we can see dresses, asymmetric volumes, unconventional shapes, layers, sculptural forms. Yeah, it's out of the box. Yeah, garments that don't flatter the body in a classical way. Yeah, so here collections, we can see that raise questions instead of seeking approval. Fashion doesn't have to be beautiful. Yeah, this is how um, the brand resonates with. Clothing can be intellectual. In terms of clarity, Rei Kawakubo doesn't create wearable clothes in a commercial sense. She creates a manifesto, and of course, you can recognize Comme des Garçons piece even without a label. You need to take some ideas from here if you feel that I learned and I heard before that when you are on stage, you can put everything you want, everything you feel there. But when you go commercial, you want to sell them, of course, you take few ideas. Don't let how it's the prototype, I don't know, a lot of technique, a lot of volume, a lot of emotion there and try to sell it because the result will be, wow, so interesting, yeah, and maybe nobody will sell it. We need to make it wearable, yeah. Also, these designers have wearable design also. It's not on their shop. So what we see on catwalk, yeah, not all. Yeah, I give this example because it's very volumetric, abstract, and so on. Okay. Issey Miyake. Technique supports the idea. So we have the pleated garments. He was thinking also on the sustainable part. We also have, if you want to search, to do the research for petit pli, when the fabric, the product, the shirt grows in the same time with the kid, yeah, with the children, because it's pleated fabric. So it extended once you grow up. The idea is most of these techniques are made on polyester, so not all, I'm thinking now on kids, not all the mothers will accept to have their kids in plastic. Okay, but you can take the idea and see how you can develop if you like, if you are inspired by. Yeah, clothes that expand, move, and adapt to the body, innovative, lightweight, functional textiles. We can think on that. What does it communicate in terms of design? Yeah, we have freedom of movement. Yeah, relationship between body and material. We can see how beautiful it moves with a person. Yeah, we don't say what a well-pleated piece. Yeah, how beautiful it moves with the body. And so the garments are designed for real life, not only for the runway. In this book, I mentioned about Please Please. You may see how Issey Miyake took some collections and travel around the world in poor villages and get dressed the villagers from that area, particular area. So it's very interesting to see many cultures wearing his designs. Okay, here as a clarity, yeah, technique is not the goal, it's the tool through which philosophy is expressed. Stella McCartney, values, yeah, her values are visible in the product. What do we see? Clean, feminine, powerful tailoring. Um, she's using alternative materials instead of leather. And of course, contemporary design, yeah, with ethical foundations. What her design represents and communicates power. I can see that it's sustainable. She's thinking that is not a trend. And luxury doesn't have to be cruel. Yeah, no need to, yeah, kill animals to be on this path to wear luxury. Ethics are part of aesthetics in her case. In terms of clarity, values are not just written on the website. Yeah, they are visible in every product. And you can change the fabric, yeah, but keep the message. The brand remains the same because she communicates, yeah, about her values, about um, the brand. The real question. These designers, they didn't start with trends. Yeah, they started with, what do I want to say through my clothes? Yeah. They expressed their values, first of all. Here we have a difference. A great tailor is skilled. The recognized designer represents something. Yeah. So you know better where you want to be. Yeah, like a great tailor, where a designer to be perceived as one. So if you don't define your message, the market will define us. Yeah. Here another exercise, if you want. You can think, of course, if you're deep in this industry, if you start moving something, if you sold your products, you can write in the chat fast, yeah, what should people recognize instantly in your work? Let's see. And another question, what do you not want? Yeah, I don't want my clothes communicate what? Yeah, so think about these two questions. If you don't want to answer now, just take it and reflect on this. Yeah, and try to act in that direction. Okay. I read your question here. Okay, Jody, what does concept before product mean? So product, everybody is doing. Yeah, everybody is doing products. Everybody is doing skirts. Yeah, all the tailors. But When you start with the introspection, let's say about you, about your background, about the values, um, you are going to understand better where you want to go with your ideas, with your clothing. How we mentioned now, um, maybe you're thinking on having a value similar with Stella McCartney. You want to protect the nature. In that way, you need to start with idea. Concept means idea. Yeah. So, what's your main idea to develop your fashion collection with? Yeah, I start from this idea, but I need to communicate, because if it's not clear which idea I'm going to develop through my brand, I will be the same as the others, the same as all the people, the same as Zara, the same as yeah, all these mass market, let's say, and it's not even correct to compare with those, because they have a budget and they have a niche. And I was mentioning in another webinar about customers, how they are split in uh, fish, in dolphins and whales. So fish is more, yeah, very, a lot, yeah, a lot of people in this area, because they want wearable clothes, but they don't think on um, a message, a meaning of what they are doing, of what they are wearing. They just think on covering their body, and that's it. So these people always are going to compare us. If we don't transmit, if we don't communicate our ideas for our brand, um, they don't know who we are, and all the time they start comparing. Yeah, you do the same dress, for example, as Zara, and your product, it's 2 times more expensive than. And a fish, you can say, why should I take it from you? Because it's the same. I can go there to take it because it's cheaper. But when your focus goes on dolphins, let's say, this niche is more related to designers. Why? Because dolphins are not as many as fish, yeah, and they search for something, not only a cloth to cover the body. They search for emotion, for message, to transmit a value, to connect with your values, because not all the dolphins are going to buy your idea. Those dolphins that are resonating with you, yeah, because you communicate, yeah. How do you feel when you're wearing XY? Yeah, it's important. And when we talk about whales, um, starting from premium customers. That means you have the dolphins, yeah, you have the customer that are coming season by season to see what you created. And it's like exclusivist group that will um, just a moment. Okay. This group, you can think of like you take the whale from the dolphins, but as I mentioned, premium design for them, only for them, an exclusive design, because they want to be unique. Yeah, and they pay for that. So anyway, maybe we are going to develop another webinar about that. It's nice to have like mission, yeah, where you go. Yeah, that's why I mentioned earlier, don't go with this idea I'm creating for everybody. Yeah, just take a niche, take the dolphins, but see which one, in where is your ideal client, you create the avatar of it, and then you know it's clear in your mind how you deliver your idea to reach to them. Yeah, so those who resonates with your ideas. Okay, I hope yeah, a little bit abstract. Yeah, let's continue. Okay, so take these exercises and try to reflect if you feel is going to be useful. What does it happen without personal branding? Exactly what I mentioned before. You're chosen by price. Yeah, you're compared endlessly. You're replaceable. And again, another example, let's say Jody and Rotika. You create dresses. Yeah. I know myself. I'm trying to analyze a little bit, and you need to think all the time, why should Irina buy from me and not from her? We create together the same, not the same dress, but it's important there to have another message, to have another identity. And where I'm going there where I find more relevant information and emotion for me. Yeah, I'm going to connect with that designer that gives me what I need. Yeah, in terms of, and of course, you don't know how you can find about me through events. A very good example that happened in my case was to go to A-list designers boutique. It's inside of a mall in Romania, so it's a great project for promoting Romanian designers. So you can have a collaboration for 1, 2 months, 3 or 4, depending on the contract. And there, because it's very well promoted, there are coming people, dolphins, that want to find good art. Yeah, they don't quite search for a piece of cloth to cover their body. They want to express themselves to the garment. They want to communicate a message through the garment. So it's very good to have these spaces where to display. Maybe you can think on collaboration also only for displaying your clothes without selling. There are also in Romania. We had a collaboration with Yoko. It's a Romanian brand. So again, they started this campaign, let's say, for promoting Romanian designers and just display your clothing, your collections in their shop. So people interested in your garment could have called you to start pre-orders and so on. Yeah, so this is another idea that you can go further to meet your real customer. Yeah, so that project with Alice Designers Boutique, it was very good for me because I just get in touch with my client. Yeah, so one day some kind of clients, another day other clients. So after let's say 1, 2 months of selling, you can understand better who really wants to buy your idea, yeah, your concept. Okay, not only the garment. So again, without this personal brand, we can be easily replaceable, yeah, and compared endlessly. Because yeah, it's the tailor, the standard. I have friends, of course, I'm giving them, I'm sharing them. Okay, if you want to work with some tailors, you have A, B, C, D. You can contact them, see which one is the best for you, which one gives you the best price. Yeah, so we compare because they do the same thing, they do our design. That's why it's easy to be replaced if you don't communicate your values and what you deliver and what you have to offer. Yeah, because everybody is unique. Everybody can have his her own idea about it. Okay, who wants to build this strategy? I'm going to share the steps. The last step, you can take this exercise as homework. And in the end, if you feel that you want to talk more about your direction, if you have challenges you don't know how to overcome, I don't know, we can talk together. So I'll share a link. But in the end, yes. Step one, yeah, how we can apply in order to go through this identity and to grow our personal brand. So we manage, yeah, we keep a control for this perception. It's not like natural. Yeah, we need to control. We need to share what we want people um, see in our brand and direction. Um, this personal branding, what does it include? It's clarity, positioning, message, behavior, identity. Clarity, who you are, positioning to whom. Yeah, who is your target market? Who is your client? Message. Yeah, so these all you can write it down, and you need to think very clear about your brand. Yeah, who am I? Yeah, in terms, okay, I'm a designer. Yeah, you just focus on yourself exactly like you want to be perceived. Yeah, like designers. If you want to be a tailor, is not wrong. Yeah, but you need to have clear in your mind what you want or how you want to develop yourself. Yeah, so you write down, and also you need to write about your skills. We have another slide about that because all the skills you need to translate them into a meaning in order to know what to communicate. Positioning to whom? Yes, message, what you say about your values, about your direction. Um, Behavior, what you do consistently. Yeah, it's important here about communication, to go to events, to take care of your customers. Yeah, it's not enough. Think about this. You have a customer that buy a dress, and then you don't message her again. You forget about giving some discounts. Maybe you need to take care of your customers, because it's very important they turn back again and again and again, because once they come and buy from you, it's important to keep it. Yeah, to keep it and to share your value constantly to them, to give what they need. Yeah. Identity here, how it looks, sounds, you can think also on in terms of logo, color, what does, how you communicate, also like this okay, presentation. Yeah, we have a graphic. Yeah, in terms of graphic, you can also think about that. So this identity in terms, in general terms, comes after clarity, because first you, step one, clarity, yeah, who you are. Step two, to whom I sell. Step three, the message. Step four, and we have all these like identity of your brand. Here in exercise, again, you can take it, reflect on it. What do people say about you when you're not in the room? Yeah, think about. what you want to say, but what do you think they think about you? Yeah, where you're not in the room. Oh, okay. So we go further, but take this all these questions, all these exercises, and try to answer. Yeah, try to keep it as a homework. Step two: why skill alone is not enough? Why? Why do you think? Skill without clarity, the best tailor. Yeah, because we do that. We know how to sew everything. But a great tailor is not the same as a recognized designer. Yeah, because it's this clarity lack because we don't know for who we create. Yeah, you're a tailor. Okay, I'm doing that. I have another order. It's a lot of pressure there because everybody comes with their ideas, and just say stop and think about yourself. What's the most important for you to develop? Yeah. And then make the connection with the needs on the market. Okay. Um, yeah, so the industry doesn't ask how well do we know to sew. Um, the industry is asking, who are you? Who do you represent? Why should I remember you? Why should I come to you, Jody, season by season to buy your socks? Yeah, I will order. Yeah. And look, because I saw regarding the socks, I saw a picture about you, and it's very important about the message that that picture shared to my, let's say, experience. Anyway, I saw your legs with your grandma there. Yeah, and for me, and for you, of course, represents connection, represents home. Yeah, it's cozy. I want to be close to my relatives, to my loved ones. So it's very good in terms of marketing that picture. And next to it, you can just share some ideas, yeah, about this. It's not the product itself. What does it represent? This is what I received. Okay. So the skill, yes, we can make the product. This is the skill, right? Everybody knows from here to so. Positioning is we are associated with a meaning, a direction, a promise. Yeah, you promise me that if I'm wearing the socks and I will buy the second pair, I will share with my mom. It's a promise there of connection. Yeah, they this idea brings me home. Okay, so I resonate with it. If you don't control perception, people will automatically place you in a safest category. Yeah, the good tailor. Yeah, where do you go to show your design to a good tailor? Without a clear message, skills can work against us. They make us invisible because they make us easy to replace. Yeah, exactly the example I told you about. And here, common mistakes. Um, there are people who think like that. Oh, they will see how good I am eventually. I will learn more and then I will show all my work. Yeah, so this in this sentence go many perfectionists. Yeah, so don't wait to learn everything. Just go ahead and do and communicate your value because you learn gradually. You learn by doing, yeah, not staying and waiting the perfect moment. And another mistake is I don't want to limit myself. I'm doing everything for everybody. Again, you don't communicate anything to anybody if you think like that. Yeah, you take everybody to work for, and where is your value? Yeah. So the reality is that why we think like that, because we do not explain our direction. We try to serve everybody. We wait for validation. Okay. Step 3. Yeah, just take all these steps. You are going to have also the recording. So try to analyze. Yeah, take 1 hour, 2 hours for yourself to understand how perception is formed. Is built from what? What you say, what you show, how you behave, what you repeat, constancy. Repeat the same direction from season to season. Yeah, I'm not doing avant-garde now. Office clothing next season. Sports for workout clothing another season. Yeah, I have the same direction from season to season. Of course, I can change the main idea. Maybe once I can take inspiration from architecture, then I can take another inspiration from nature. Yeah, this is related to that concept you start with. Imagine now if you have a contest, yeah, many designers, every designer in their own direction, but the contest asks for one concept. So every designer take the idea, the concept, and develop in their own direction. Yeah, more structural, more fluid, more avant-garde. Yeah, so everybody will go on their own direction. Apply, so they apply their identity through that concept from the contest. Yeah. Okay, I saw also designers having difficulties going to a specific concept, yeah, because we participated to some fashion shows. So if we have a concept and you don't know exactly what you deliver, you may have some difficulties in terms of touching the idea, the proposed idea. But this requires time. So, of course, not all the time we have the concept and we can go through that concept with our direction. Not every time. Yeah. Okay. I'm thinking now, let's say a theme from history, and I'm creating um, workout clothing. Yeah, it's a little bit challenging there. Okay. So here, think about a word you want people to associate with you. It's kind of similar as the previous questions. Yeah, so perception is not intention here. Perception is repetition from season to season. Yeah, you know, you keep your direction. Okay, and here the step 4, and we have some exercises. You can write it down or you can wait for the recording. Structure and action. Exercise 1, clarity gap. Yeah, how you need to answer. How do you describe yourself? How would others describe you? Because it may be different answer. What's unclear right now for you in your brand? And the goal for this exercise to see the gap between intention and impact. What do you intend to do and what the others see about you? Okay, so you may take it again as a homework. Here, as exercise 2, as I mentioned before, you take the skill and give to that skill. Everybody has many, many skills here. Give a meaning. What does it mean draping for you? What does it mean pattern making for you? What does it mean technical drawing? Maybe. Yeah. So here, yeah, the 3 core skills, let's say 3. What does it say, each skill about you? Yeah, how does it feel for you? Draping. It feels like form, body, yeah, movement, pattern making, structure, precision, all these ideas that comes from your values. Okay. Recognition test. Okay, if someone sees five of your pieces, can they say that's clearly Rodika or Jody? Yeah. Um, you can write it down. Yes, no, not sure. And if no, to be sure that is not a talent problem there. Yeah, if they cannot recognize, but like that clarity, that direction. Okay. So when you reach that level, when you have five pieces and you can find connection between them, you can easily say that yes, is a designer. And here, like decision right now, the biggest missing piece is not skill tailoring, I don't know, but and another question that will help you for more clear direction is this one I mentioned all the time. I help who? Yeah, your avatar achieve what through what. Yeah, achieve here you can use also feel. Yeah, I help women and just be more specific all the time. Take these exercises and don't go very generic. In general, be specific how it is, how that client behave. Is it working? It's woman, has kids, where she spend her holidays. To be specific there when you create your avatar. Okay, achieve what or express what. Like think in terms of clothing, emotion, message. Yeah, she wants to transmit what kind of message through what? Through her garments, through her bags. Yeah, Dorothy, we have bag designer here. Yeah, so you can think. Yeah, not only specific what kind of bags. Yeah, just think about that. Give as many details as you can. So now we know clarity comes before visibility, perception creates value, brand, we build it intentionally. It's not coming like in nature. Who wants to implement this strategy? We do this in our program. I'm going to tell you very quickly a little bit about it. What I want to think on this presentation, I hope I was clear with that and you take a little bit of inspiration of this from this presentation. So think about like an X-ray, yeah. In our program, we transform them into a working system. Um, so if you have, I don't know, if you feel you can work inside of a team to gain guidance, to implement all these step by step from zero, like the system I mentioned in the beginning, like that machine, you need to start something and to make it continue with structure. Of course, I'm waiting for you to talk together about your path, about your way. Yes, here we refine everything until it becomes a solid creative foundation. Okay. So who wants structure feedback and to implement what we talked here, we can talk later. I will share a link. Normally, think about having like applied um, something applied on your business that you want to develop. Yeah, so if you have questions, you need answers on your direction, you can book a meeting with me and we can talk more about what you want to develop. Okay, just a moment. It's a Calendly link, so just find your time when you are free, you can book there. I will put it in chat. Okay, so who wants to discuss more about it? Just feel free and let's connect to talk about your brand, yeah, about your business. And here, yeah, it's like, of course, this meeting is just to know each other better and to talk more about your direction. But if you feel you want more, if you want to grow inside of a team, we can later discuss. So we have this mentorship program for beginners who seek direction, also for designers, but they need more results. And of course, for designers, they graduate a school and they want to develop business, not chaos. Okay. And why to work together? Because we can have clear positioning. Yeah, we experiment, we have strategy. You are going to receive all the time feedback on your projects, and we have a strong community with similar values. And also, this community is not for everybody, it's for those who really resonates with us. Yeah, we have this differentiation. I talked earlier in terms of school community, because we have everything from zero. So these can differentiate. We don't stop on collection. We finish the collection and voila, finish. We go on strategy to develop a brand, what we do next with that collection. Here, just a little bit, you have them also on the community, on Facebook, TR Fashion Academy. Most of you, I think you are already there. These are designers I worked with. I will go further because you can find them, and you can do a little bit of research about designers that worked with me. Oh, here it's moment from our live meeting. Yeah, this is how we meet. We start from their challenges. So when somebody has a question during the live meetings, we can develop and we can find a solution for everybody. Of course, if there are, let's say, techniques here, we have techniques that can be developed in more hours than two. So I'm trying to record everything and to upload them into a platform, yeah, the classroom platform, so there everybody can follow the lessons and everything. Yeah, most of these meetings are for challenges for all the designers that have something to us, something to develop, and they struggle. We just find solution together. Okay, this was for today, and you can have some questions. Just a moment. Let's check here. Okay, if you have questions, anybody. I hope you take something from this meeting. For those who joined later, I will share in the group the recording. And I would like you to share something also about action, yeah, to the next step, if you really want that. Yeah. Okay, just a moment. Just a moment. Christina, Dorothea, Dana, Rodica, I gave you I send you, ask to unmute if you want to say something. Feel free.
Thank you so much for this. It was so informative.
Oh, I'm happy you take something. Do you want, Jody, do you want to develop this path, or you are also, I know you are also on the educational path, but I know you are very talented on
I see
technical.
that my thinking is very much that I'm a tailor. Like that's how I've been promoting myself, where and then I get annoyed that people want me to make things with their ideas. But yeah, it's my issue.
So you want to change it now. Yeah, I
Yeah.
think it's going to be a bit easier, yeah, because feel more comfortable with what you're doing, and people start buying from your collections. Yeah, I know. I feel you.
But yeah, I really have to think about what I want to show.
Take time, and yeah, you are very good. So you have a great potential to develop like a great designer. So um, think about if you really want to do that, you can do it without any issues.
Thank you so much.
Thank you too for coming. Thank you too for taking part to this presentation. Thank you, Dorothy. I can see your message here. Okay, great. I appreciate your time too. And see you in the group. Whenever you have questions, please let me know. Yes, and I'm trying to do more often. I don't know, English version, Romanian version of webinars that can help you. And again, whenever you have something, a challenge there, just think about writing down, and I will happily help you. Thank you again. Thank you very much. Okay. Have a great day. If you don't have questions,
Yeah,
have a great day
bye.
and see you next time.
Thank
Bye
you
bye.
so much. Bye bye.
Thank you. Bye.